Poducer.
The Joe Rogan experience.
We're in it. We're in it, dude. All right, hold on. Let me grab my questions really quick because I had some.
What's your YouTube channel? Can I pull that up real quick?
It should be just salty dubstep.
Okay, yeah, I remember.
Yo, that third one down, that mix is stupid.
Which one is that
The
one?
white CDJs.
Yeah, the Sunday Swerve.
Dude, that was the Sunday Swerve.
Dude, they don't do it anymore.
No,
but
they don't. That
no.
was a banger, dude. That's
That was
how I first started getting into your music was
yeah, that's what a lot of people tell me.
Yeah, that was the first
There's a lot of people on YouTube. I know the SoundCloud base fan base is huge, but there's a lot of people on YouTube that I haven't reached until I started putting stuff on there.
Dude, it's so fun.
YouTube's kind of like, I feel like, it's kind of gas.
It's pretty big.
You gotta get on YouTube now.
I watch Mr. Beast or fucked up videos.
Yeah, I'd be fine without Netflix, Hulu, any of that. If I have YouTube, I am good. I got infinite entertainment, man.
I completely agree.
You can watch that for 3-4 days.
Go lay down.
Until you're like, I'm burnt.
Yeah.
Go lay down.
Look at her, Jerry, you're a bitch, dude.
Go.
Bro, she was like, Jerry, come on, bro.
She's like, come hang out. What the hell?
Jerry.
All right, well, we will get into it. I try to do a little intro. Sometimes I don't, but
Down to try.
But we'll do it. Yo, what's up, guys? Welcome to Poducer, the podcast for producers. Today we are joined by Salty.
Yes, sir.
Salty, what do you do?
Dude, I kind of do a lot of stuff, man. I'm a diesel mechanic, music producer, DJ. I don't know. I do kind of a lot of stuff. I got some chickens.
You got chickens?
Yeah.
What you got hens? You need hens too?
Pretty much all hens. Yeah, I've gone through a few roosters that are just kind of too much. Mm-hmm. But
they get a little cocky.
They're too cocky.
Yeah.
They'll attack you and stuff. I don't know.
This is for eggs.
Yeah, well, I used to when I first got my hens, they were little, so they'd stay inside this little coop. But after a while, they just kind of start doing whatever they want. So they'll lay eggs wherever they want. So you can't just walk out and be like, hey, my eggs in this basket right here. They're not in the basket. You got to go find them. But they could be anywhere. I got 3 acres, so.
Oh, damn, I'm jealous.
You don't want to look around for eggs. You don't know how long they've been there.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Are they got those real orange yolks?
Yeah, I got some, dude, this one, I don't have him anymore, or her anymore, but it had this super dark egg layer. I forget what they called it, but it was amber orange, dark. Yeah.
Was it good?
They taste really good.
They're so good.
There's more egg flavor, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I don't know if you ever eaten a raw egg.
No.
It tastes just like a cooked egg.
What?
I never wanted to try one, but the other day I did try one.
I've heard that the dirtiest part of the egg is the shell. Because it's that's the part that comes out of their butt.
Yeah.
But the inside is clean.
I'm not sure. I know I see people talk about stuff. I don't know what all is exactly true, but if you don't put them in the refrigerator, they last longer.
Really?
Yeah. What are you supposed to just put them on your counter and room temperature?
We've been lied to.
Yeah, fresh. Unless they've been refrigerated already, you don't want to leave them out. But if you just go out there and pick them up, it's better to keep them in room temp. No idea what sense that makes.
It doesn't make sense to my brain because I've been conditioned to put them in the fridge.
Yeah,
but
you get them out of the fridge when you buy them.
Yeah,
so that's where they go.
That's real interesting, man. I wish I had a big garden, some chickens, all that stuff. Do you have a garden also?
I do. At the first few years I lived there, I grew a lot more than I do now, but I had some cucumbers one time.
Nice.
And I had some turkeys before too.
Oh.
And this one turkey that I don't know, I always used to walk out there and she'd always come up to me, so I'd start hugging her and stuff, and it would just be you can carry her around. It was the best pet ever. And I had a cucumber that I was just getting out of the garden, and she walked up and I picked her up and she was like, wham, and grabbed it out of my hand. It scared me so bad. It was
Dude.
When a turkey grabs a cucumber out of your hand full force, you're like, oh man.
I don't trust birds.
Yeah, they're scary.
They're just flying lizards.
I don't think they know how sketchy they They really are.
Yeah,
They probably look at us like
they don't
oh.
have hands, man.
They do everything with their neck.
It tweaks me out. I don't like
I
that.
don't either. Imagine that. You don't have anything to put out in front of you if you fall down. You just
gotta fly.
You just gotta
run around.
Yep.
And turkeys, they fly. They can.
Well, I don't think mine did, but they did get up way far up in trees and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
They
you
can,
ever
like,
eat one of those for Thanksgiving?
Like one of the ones that I've had? No. I've had one of my ducks before.
Oh, you got ducks too.
Yeah, well, I
You
did.
got
When I
birds.
first got there was ducks already in this because there's a pond there, and like things would eat them, and we would eat them, and they're gone.
We ate them.
We ate them. We
Ducks
just did it one
good.
day. It was cool. We like cooked it and like we shot it, cleaned it, cooked it right there. And we all just kind of like tried a piece. And we were like, heck yeah, we've had duck now. But then my friend's daughter, she was like 4. She ate the whole thing just picking at it. We were laughing so hard about that.
Did she know it was duck?
I don't know if we told her it was duck, but I don't know if she was destroying it.
Yeah,
She was
yeah,
just
'cause
like,
it was
oh,
good.
this is good. What is this?
My sister ate a rabbit when she was
I've
like
never
younger.
had rabbit.
Yeah, apparently it's good.
I've
but
heard that it's really good.
my dad just told her it was just like something else
Really?
because it would freak her
It's
out. But she
chicken.
loved it. Yeah, it's just like
That's the best when you don't know
well.
what it is and you just destroy it and they're like, that was
that was actually your pet. Like, nah. No, there's this restaurant in Chicago called Sunwa, and they go through so many ducks. They have this thing that's on the wall. It's like we go through like as many ducks as like the height of the Sears Tower in like a month or something. And I was just like, I don't know if that's a flex.
like every year or just this
I don't
one day?
remember if it's like a month or if it's like a
Oh my
couple months, but it's a lot.
That
It's
is
like
a flex.
it's a flex. Yeah, I was like, whoa. But
As
it
tall
is,
as the Sears Tower?
yeah. Which I mean, there's a lot of ducks.
That's
They're
good
just,
duck too.
That
It's
is.
so good,
Oh,
dude.
is it
They
good?
do.
It's the Peking duck or
Yeah, that's what I had. The white one's the orange bill.
It's fire, dude.
Yeah,
And they
but-
do everything. Like they make like a soup out of the bone broth, and like
Oh,
they use
man.
the whole duck.
Yeah,
They're
that
not
sounds-
putting that to waste.
No, yeah, for sure.
But it is. Anyway,
Is-
Sunwa free publicity right here.
Yeah, Sunwa.
Yeah.
Is the Christmas? You know the movie The Christmas Story?
Mhm.
Is that here? Is that based here in Chicago or is that Detroit?
I don't know.
It might be.
definitely Midwest.
It might be Detroit, but I know they have that duck restaurant where they cut the head off
yeah.
the duck. I don't know if that was here. We should go there.
I don't know. We should go there.
We
Yeah.
should
That
go.
movie is the weirdest. It's the strangest Christmas movie.
It is strange,
but it's a cult classic.
and it's on Christmas Day. It's on the whole day.
Oh yeah.
If it's, I don't know if you have cable. If it's
I'm
still
a
there.
Grinch. I like the Grinch.
The cartoon one.
The one with Jim Carrey.
Oh yeah, that
actually.
one's good.
That one's fire.
Dude, Jim Carrey's hilarious.
He's the best.
He's pretty good.
Some people don't like him, but
Yeah, I mean, I know he's crazy as hell, but I am crazy as hell. I can relate.
he's a little wacky, but I respect it. Okay, I wanted to get into some serious questions. Not actually serious, but like I just wanted to ask: are you a pool or a beach guy?
Beach guy for sure.
Because the salt, dude.
The salt, yeah, absolutely.
I had to know. Because if you said pool, I'd be like, but what about the salt?
Dude, yeah, absolutely. Saltwater and stuff, saltwater fishing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Just being in the saltwater.
Oh, yeah. It heals like your cuts. You go
It's
into
great.
It just heals
I know it's
everything.
kind of sketchy. Like like we go scalloping a lot, and sometimes we'll hear about people getting eaten by a shark or getting attacked by a shark because that's like the perfect area for them is where you get scallops.
Oh, really?
You just kind of like 5 or 6 feet deep water, and you're just grabbing them off the ground,
Uh-huh.
and the shark's just kind of like
Come through. You ever
yeah.
shark hunt? Or like fish for sharks?
Well, I've caught a few before, like small ones, trying to catch other things.
Yeah.
Like grouper and stuff, like something
Ooh,
good.
grouper's
Yeah.
fire.
I've caught a pretty big grouper before. That's the biggest fish I've ever caught.
Dude, they get big.
Yeah, they're monsters, man.
Yeah. My brother's a big fisher. And
yeah,
like
deep sea fisher like that.
not like deep sea in the sense like he gets sick on boats, but like he loves like fishing on the shoreline and like catching whatever. I mean, he would go on a boat because he loves fishing so much, but he'd probably feel sick the whole time.
Yeah, going like way out there.
Yeah.
I don't really get too seasick, or air sick or anything like that. I've flown a lot.
I get sick on swings now.
Really?
I went on a park swing not that long ago,
Back
and I
and
was
forth.
like, "What the hell?"
You're like, I'm not built. Have you ever jumped off a swing and then landed on your feet and your feet just sting or something?
Like they just like collapse,
there's
kind
something
of.
that just goes a shock through your legs. You're like, what was that?
Dude, the
Like, when
tire
it's
swing is
cold
basically
outside.
hell.
The tire swing?
Yeah, it's just like you're just spinning around. It just makes you so
There's no
sick.
control in that. You're just
Yeah.
a big ass tire.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what happened. I think I wonder if I would get seasick. You know what I mean? Because when I had that swing experience, I was like, wait a minute.
Maybe.
I don't know if I would do good on a boat or a roller coaster. I don't know.
Bring some reefer for motion sickness or something.
Does that help?
I don't know. It
I
couldn't
feel
hurt.
like it would make me more
It
nauseous.
would. Maybe.
Okay, my other icebreaker question is Himalayan salt or kosher salt?
Dude, the Himalayan salt's like the one behind you, right?
It's like that pink.
Yeah. I have, it's a weird thing, but I have,
Yeah.
I have weird dreams when there's one of those on and I'm sleeping near it and I can kind of see the orangeness to it. I always have a weird dream. Like,
Really?
and it's always orange, ambient colored. Like, I don't know, you'll be in a room that's that color and you're like, well, what am I doing? You kind of realize you're in a dream. You ever do that?
One time I had a really intense lucid dream where like literally like I fell asleep and then but I didn't know I was asleep and I was in the same room and then I just like got up. That was the only time I've really had a dream.
Was there a salt lamp on
No.
during the time?
No.
Maybe it's just me. I've had one where there was one of those on and it was that in my room and my dream was me in my room and I was sleeping like just laying back but my eyes were open and I couldn't move.
Oh.
And my cat was in the room with me and I was like, how'd you get in here? The door's shut, you know what I mean? And then it just like came up to me and started licking my eyes and my face and stuff and I couldn't move, so I was just sitting there like, oh.
And it's like that sandpaper tongue.
Yeah, you're just sitting there getting licked by a
'Cause
cat.
cat
You can't
tongue.
move.
It's different. Yeah.
It was horrible.
That's like some sleep paralysis right there.
Yeah.
Is that a train? I didn't even know we had a train near us. Oh wait, I also heard that like cats don't like that the salt lamps are bad for cats.
Really?
That's what I heard. Mace, can we double check that?
Yeah, can we?
Some random
Cats
bull.
shouldn't have.
Yeah, if salt lamps are bad for cats,
Because they'll just start licking it and dehydrate themselves, maybe.
that could be it. I know that it like, I think it like ionizes the air. Now I'm getting out there.
It could.
but I've
It could.
heard
Yeah, it can cause salt toxicity
In a cat?
in pets just in general.
lady,
Yeah.
you gotta go. So if
Yeah.
it's just if they're on or if they lick it,
I imagine if they're licking it, yeah.
that would
You're
make
right.
sense.
Because,
That would make
salt
sense.
caves and
I'm
stuff
not a
like that, like,
veterinarian.
they get on there and they got to drink, like, extra water because the
Dude.
salt in the air is ruining them.
Have you ever seen that salt cave meme? Dude, it's
I
like
sampled it
the
one time.
walls are salt.
Yeah.
Dude, can we hit that real quick?
You
Mace?
have to.
It's so good.
Salt is a way of life.
Yeah. Salt is a way of life. I was actually going to ask you if you'd sampled that, and
I
if
have.
not, I was like, you have to
I got
sample
a track
this.
called Salt Life with that in it.
Oh my god, yes,
Yeah,
dude.
it's
I almost sampled it one time too. It's like in my library of just random things if I want to grab it.
Yeah, it's good.
Oh yeah.
Somebody sent me a good one the other day. And I'm trying
Mace,
to,
are you finding it? It's
We gotta get a.
that's it. That is it.
yeah.
Obviously, the environment down here is all salt. The ceiling's salt, the floor is salt, the walls are salt.
Obviously.
And to an extent, the air is salt. And you breathe that in and you can constantly taste the salt.
That guy is salty, man.
Yeah, I love the memes that come out of that, and it's like, me and the gamer chat after you beat the team you're playing that. So obviously, the whole room is salt.
Dude, it's so funny. I couldn't imagine that was like if that was your
Yeah,
job.
you go in a salt mine.
Your lungs would be salt.
Yeah, you're
You'd be fucked.
pretty.
Be bad.
It might be kind of cool though. I mean,
It might be
maybe
kind of cool, yeah. Like a
If you-
giant thing of
not.
salt.
Dude, if you had a
You would
salt-
never not have salt at your
No,
house.
they got up here. You guys have salt in the roads and everything, and they store them in them buildings. So imagine just
Oh.
walking in there.
Destroys your car.
It's like I need some water.
Salt.
You're like SpongeBob, water.
Sandy water. Pinky up. It's just like dude.
Which one of y'all are Buffalo Bill?
Yeah. No, I'm Dirty Dan.
That's dude. The other day that we all had a Delta flight to Indianapolis, and I watched some weird new SpongeBob that I've never seen, and I was like, was that real? And on the way back, I was asking them, I was like, hey, do you guys have the Netflix on the things? They're like, yeah, I wanted to finish this SpongeBob episode, and they're like, are you for real?
Yeah, you're like, what? There's new SpongeBob I have not seen.
They are, yeah. There's a weird one I just saw that was like, I don't know, aliens came down and there were cow farmers for a day for Mr. Krabs to pay off some debt. I don't know.
Of course,
never
he's
seen
always
it. I
in
saw like
debt.
half of it. He's always wanting some money or free labor.
Yeah.
Are they the same voices still? They have the same
It
people on
sounds
there?
like it, but I don't know. It could be completely AI.
It's just
now.
AI, yeah,
It
dude.
totally got SpongeBob.
Have you seen those AI songs where it's like Plankton rapping
I
or
love
like
or singing Limp Bizkit and stuff?
yeah.
What I really meant to say. He sounds good saying that one, dude.
Yeah. Because
Love it.
he's always yelling
Yeah.
in the show.
And so he's yelling on that song.
That's hilarious, dude. It's scary, but also
It is
kind of
scary.
fun for right now.
Me and my daughter watched SpongeBob conspiracy videos. Have you ever seen any of those where they're like
No.
the chum bucket is actually ground up fish because that's what chum is, and that's why no one eats there, and it's always disgusting. And me, my daughter's 9 years old, and she's like,
What?
really, that whole
Yeah.
time? Like, I'm like, I don't know, this the video. Like,
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't-
what they're saying.
That's what they
Dude,
take it with a grain of salt.
you can go down that rabbit hole like Rugrats. I feel like there's some lore
Oh,
that people. It's like all those shows.
Yeah, fan
someone will
theories.
find something
People are
to think
obsessed
about.
with it, and they think about it all day, and they're like, oh, I bet Stu was on drugs.
Yeah. Stu was a pedophile. No. Nothing wrong with Stu Pickles.
Dude,
over
yeah,
here.
I love Rugrats.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
All right, let's get into some fun, well, actually, we have another fun question, which is something we always ask. What was your first concert? Not not one that you played, but one that you went to.
First of all, I remember one of my most inspirational times. I went to a show in Macon that they called Bass Face, where I'm from. It's like a little town, so like I guess there was a lot of artists from Atlanta. I think Ployd was down there. I don't know if you ever heard of Ployd, but he's from Atlanta, and he came down to Macon, and I had no idea about any of that kind of music or any of that scene and stuff. So like, I just remember him playing like Dr. P and stuff. I found out like, oh, I'm gonna find these tracks and what this music is, and I was like, oh, okay, this Flux Pavilion stuff right here, and I was just excited about, you know what I mean, that whole just listening to that kind of music on Pandora back then.
Oh yeah.
Just like you start finding more and more, and you're like, oh man, like shows, festivals, and
Yeah. Dude, I feel like I had a similar come up in the sense that like UKF or like, but also I feel like Dr. P and Flux come up a lot as the first.
They were
like,
doing it.
like Bass Cannon, or like
or Skrillex Cinema.
Someone's older brother was like, "Yo, check this shit out." You're like, what?
Yeah, for real. Or Zed's Dead. Or I remember seeing a Datsik show a long time ago. Like, I don't know. It was cool back then, but like, yeah, he was on a whole nother wave.
Yeah.
Or
I think
Borgore.
Dude.
I saw Borgore in 2011 in Knoxville, Tennessee one time, and it was like, what the hell is this, man? He's rapping about all this craziness.
Yeah.
Or I don't know if that's him rapping, but yeah, you know, he plays some obscure stuff.
I remember my first like song that I heard was Sierra Leone by Mount Eden.
Yes. One of my friends actually is pretty good friends with Mount Eden.
Really?
Yeah, he like talks to him, he texts him and stuff. Because they met at a show one time, and they just kind of vibed out. He just tells me about it every once in a while. I'm like, do you have any idea? Like,
in a weird way, The Godfather.
Yeah.
Like,
absolutely pioneer.
That no one really knows, but everyone remembers that song.
Yeah. Dude, there was so many artists that just kind of get like one-hit wonders, like Mode Step and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm sure they have other
Mode
tracks.
Step's, I feel like Mode Step, I've heard a couple, and he's definitely still around.
Yeah. I just don't really keep up too much.
There's this Kragga Mr. Postman remix.
Really?
That I remember. It's so random.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so funny.
You want to know a good one?
Yeah.
50 Carat Whiz Kid. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know that one.
Dude, the OG Kush from the West Coast.
Oh shit.
Dude, that's just like one that changed the game. I don't know if anyone
Yeah.
remembers that. Like classic.
Right?
Yeah.
That was before Gentleman's Club.
Dude, yeah.
Oh
That was
my
just
God.
one that just was like, oh, okay.
Well, it was just like back then it was just random singles or like remixes that
Yep.
would be on YouTube and you'd be like, dude, yeah, no, this
Yeah.
is the one.
UKF or
Yeah.
Dark Star. You remember the Dark Star
Dark
YouTube?
Star.
They had this.
No.
They had this very specific sound, like a watermark at the beginning of all their tracks, so you could tell if someone like ripped it off YouTube.
Oh yeah.
And we'd be in like the venue and
you
stuff.
like got it off LimeWire and
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, it's got that intro.
I remember me and my friends at this shows being like, we heard the watermark. He ripped
Oh,
it, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's rough if you actually are a DJ
Yeah.
and you like rip some shit and it just
Yeah.
has like the music video
Yeah.
or something and
There's
it's-
like 3 people in the club that know, but everybody else is just
and
like,
they're just like, oh shit,
Yeah.
like yeah, I've never actually experienced that, but I've seen videos where it's
Yeah.
like
I mean, they used to be all. I mean, people didn't know any options and stuff. I remember. I don't know if you know what Clubland is,
mm-mm.
but that was like a place where everybody kind of like, pretty much, if this guy bought this track, he would post it on this website free, and it's kind of like it was frowned upon. But that was a really good way to like find just new artists and stuff. And you're like, oh, okay. I found a lot of people like that, like Microdot and stuff. Like seeing him or dude, like. Everybody, dude, like Pogman.
I don't know how I really feel about the pirating. It's like that's part of the way that I listened to a lot of music back in the days. And if
Yeah.
someone stole my song, I'd be like,
Yeah, well,
Thank
yeah,
you.
these are artists that like I would never have heard of if I didn't know that see them on this thing but yeah, I don't support pirating tracks or anything like that.
especially at a level that like you're at where it's like you're DJing.
Yeah.
You can easily probably ask some of these people like, yo, you want to
Most of
send
the
me
time,
some
yeah.
tracks? Like,
Most people are more than happy to share. You know what I mean, most people hit me up or like, hey, can I get this? And I'm just like, oh, if I have it on drill, yeah, I have it on drive. Here you go, you can have it, dude. Like,
yeah.
not like, I mean, I'm glad that you're interested in it, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. And then it's like gives you potential to be like, oh, yo, this guy played my track, whatever.
Yeah,
Like gives you a little
it's awesome.
free publicity.
You
right
get a
there.
video. It's like, oh, so and so played your track at so and so, and you're like, oh, let me see the video.
Yeah.
Can you send me that?
All right, let's go into a little like origin story. We talked about like one of those early concerts, but when did you get into like producing music?
I guess shortly after that, it was about 2012. Is like, because I kind of always fooled around. We used to do like skate videos, so I was like video editing, and I was like on my computer a lot doing stuff like that. So I kind of like had other ways of doing audio, like Audacity.
Oh yeah,
I know that
I
was-
still use Audacity.
Yeah,
sometimes.
it's pretty good program to get started on doing stuff.
Mhm.
But like, I'm not really sure on any timestamps of getting FL Studio, but that's really what I've been using for a long time. I kind of switched to Ableton recently, and I got like a 90-day trial of it, and I just kind of worked at it a little bit, got some help from some friends, and I just stopped, just went back to FL Studio.
Oh really?
Yeah, I'm
felt
too plugged in.
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
know what I need over there, like.
Yeah.
And plus, like the newer one, every time it updates, it's like better and better. Now you can remove vocals and stuff on it and stuff.
That's what I've heard. It has like an inboard kind of
Yeah.
lol type of thing.
Yeah, and you used to have to pay for stuff like that. So if it's like it's in your program or your VST already or your DAW, it's like why
it's
not
pretty
just
nifty.
Yeah, why pay $15 a month for Phonic Mind if you can just use FL Studio? You know?
And they're getting. I mean, some are better than others. You know,
Yeah,
some it like really isolates it. And you're
like
whoa.
some tracks are better than others, or some programs.
Well, definitely like certain tracks are harder to
Absolutely.
isolate.
There's a few out there that I'm like, I would kill for the original, like the studio vocals of this track, but like,
Yeah. I
Um,
feel like I was thinking about it the other day that I think stems are going to get harder and harder to get, or just more and more paywalls, because the more accessible they are, the more readily available they are to be trained into like
Yeah.
if you have an acapella of I don't know, like No Doubt or something, like you have Gwen Stefani's voice basically.
Yeah.
Because that's like pretty much enough to train a model on her voice. So
oh, so if you had just a little bit of her, you could make.
I mean, it's
anything
better
you
to
want.
have a lot,
Yeah,
but like I feel like the record labels are gonna get they're gonna lock it down.
Yeah.
I would think.
it's already pretty hard
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And especially in like rap, like I don't ever see stems for any rap tracks. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Old or new. Like, I guess that wasn't really a thing. It's just to release stems for that stuff.
Yeah. There is a website that you can, I forget what it's called. Not Tracklib? No, I don't know. But you can go on and get like good stems, but it's kind of expensive.
Oh, is it?
I'm like, I don't know I'm gonna pay for that.
I mean, if you can get what you're looking for, it might be worth doing it one time.
Yeah, one
But
time.
There is a list of tracks that I'm like, I would love.
die
I could
for
do
that.
this with this if this was possible. But
Can you talk about it, or is it like, are you saving that for the vault? Like,
so like certain
any
like,
specific tracks that you come to mind?
just mostly rap vocals that like, because I like using a lot of rap vocals and stuff. But
Yeah.
I'm into like Gucci Mane and stuff, or Project Pat or 3-6 Mafia stuff. So like all of those are gold. You know what I mean? There's a few acapellas out there that are just studio quality and stuff, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Especially Gucci Mane. There's like no acapellas.
Yeah.
You know, like you got to extract them all, or know what you're doing, or use some program
Some
to
AI.
remove. But then
Yeah.
it's still kind of like got that.
Artifacting.
You get a
stuff.
little bit of the beat behind it, and you're like, man, I'm playing this on a very good sound system.
It's not gonna work.
You're gonna hear it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I wanted to ask also about just like the dose of salt, or what is that what it's called, right?
Yeah,
The tour
The tour, yeah.
between you and Microdot.
Yes, sir.
How's that been going? I saw you guys played Camp Terror.
Yeah, that was a good start. Like that was our first time actually back to back and like that, and we worked pretty good together.
Yeah.
I usually don't like going back to back like that a lot, but it was fun because like I could work off of, if he was playing something, I'm like, oh, I know a good one, and like the hardest part about that is just getting to that track in time, loading it up, and having it ready to play.
Yeah,
You know
for
what I mean?
sure. Is
That's-
Camp Terror, is that Figures Festival or no?
I'm
Am I
not sure if it's his, but I know they do like him a lot. I think they fuck with him a lot. It fit the theme for sure because of his like. I think it kind of brands like to like horror movie type stuff.
it's his thing's like horror core, like
Yeah.
dubstep, and like
He's one of the kind of the people I haven't really kept up with a lot. You know what I mean? I know he's been big for a long time. But
yeah, he has a lot of music.
yeah. I remember Supersonic Brainwaves, but
I remember that, like the one that's coming to mind is just the alien. It's like, I forget what it's called, like Invasion or something. It's like a spaceship.
I think I know the track you're talking about.
But he had a
If I
lot
heard
of
it.
them where it was like different monsters,
Yeah.
and I forget what they're called. But
Remind-
anyway, I thought that would fit
Yeah.
Camp Terror.
It
well.
did. Like, yeah.
Was he there?
He played the night before. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to see him. I think. Did you see him?
Yeah, I saw him.
Was he pretty good?
It was good.
Yeah.
It wasn't the nostalgic figure that people thought they were gonna go and see, but it was like a lot of his new stuff. I know he released a track called Camp Terror, and
Oh,
I do believe it's his music festival. I know
Okay.
they did it last year and they did it this year, and they're looking to build and grow it. But yeah, it was pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
nice. Yeah, it sounds cool. And so, what's like the rest of the tour look like?
It's kind of looking. I mean, we're filling in a lot of stuff.
Filling it in, yeah, as you go,
It's
okay.
supposed to announce like an actual lineup in 2024. So
January of 2024, we have about 9 stops right now, and we just got our first Canada stop.
yeah.
Nice.
So more stuff's filling in. So by the time 2024 does get here, I think it's going to be extremely fat.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of good ones.
Do you like the tour life?
I do. Yeah. I live for this shit. Dude.
Traveling around,
Yeah.
meeting random people.
Well, I mean, I just like shows in general. Like, if I wasn't playing, I'd be there in the crowd anyway. Like, that's where I'm gonna go. So, like, to be able to play is like, I feel pretty like lucky to be there behind stage or in front. You know, especially in front of some of these sound systems.
Yeah. I saw one of the places you played Black Box, right?
Yep.
So I've heard the name a bunch of times, especially with like the
You ever been out
bass.
there?
I've been to Denver,
Yeah.
but I've never been to that venue. But
Really?
I hear people talk about it, and it feels like, I don't want to say like the mecca of, like dubstep, but
A
it
lot
feels
of folks
like
say that. Yeah.
it feels like everyone's like, dude, I got to play Black Box.
Yep.
and it's the shit. What is so like iconic about it?
I guess the location or like the long running name of it being I mean, it's been, I don't know really how long they've been doing that, but I know when I finally got a show there, it was like about time, you know what I mean? Like, this is like, yeah, this is exactly where I wanted to be. So like,
It's got a reputation.
it's got a good reputation, yeah.
Okay.
And it's not like a super big place, but I guess it's because it's right in the middle of the city. It's just kind of always popping, you know what I mean?
Yeah. And is it primarily bass music, or do they get other genres in there?
I'm pretty sure it's most of the time it's 140 dubstep.
Yeah.
Most of the time, yeah. Like
Okay.
most of the people that play there. I know Bomber just played there, which would be really sick to see that. I wish I was there for that.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be really dope.
Bomber's cool.
But there's been some super cool shows there. Like the Caspa's show, the 2B2T, something like that. He did like 2 nights in a row. It's like, that's a legendary one. I wasn't there for that.
Cervantes.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That wasn't Black Box?
No, Black Box threw it. Like Nicole threw it, but it was Cervantes. I think they needed a bigger cap.
Oh, that makes sense.
Also, I don't know if we announced Munchie is here as well.
Yeah.
Former guest, homie.
Yeah.
Just anyway.
He's support.
Yes, here for the love.
Here for the love.
But yeah, it's like Denver. It's the spot for bass music.
I've never been to an after party that was like done up so well. Like, you ever been to an after party that's like just as good as the party? It's like they're charging to get in. There's like all kind of production. There's a lineup that they've booked, and like they do it like crazy
sometimes
like that.
in Chicago. I mean, I guess Chicago is fortunate. Like, it's a good city for music, but
Absolutely.
it's more rare. I would
Right.
say that the after party's more lit than the main show.
They do that all the time. Like every weekend is like just shows. You don't know which one to go to. Like,
Yeah.
there's always something to do for sure.
Damn, bro. I
Yeah.
gotta make my way out there. There's a lot of cool people. Also the nature.
Yeah, it's
Like
really
that.
cool.
I like
I
that.
mean, yeah,
How's
Denver.
how's the Atlanta scene?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
all right. I don't play a ton out there, but there's I do like there's a lot of like homies out there that are throwing shows that I do support and stuff, and I try to make out my way out there as much as possible.
Atlanta's big for rap.
Absolutely, yeah,
Huge for rap.
yeah. And they got their certain venues that kind of like they do their certain vibes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like the deep scene, like for like kind of what I'm kind of towards, like it's like not really popping, but I don't know. There's parties and stuff. They're just more underground. Like everyone's got their own sound system down there, so they kind of just they'll we're gonna set up under a bridge this weekend, and you're like, oh, and you'll hear about it 2 weeks later, and you're like, when does this happen? Like, we just did it last minute.
We just set up.
Yeah, there's a lot of parties like that, like Renegade, just cool like underground stuff.
No permit type of deal.
Yeah,
Just getting into it.
under a freeway or
That sounds cool. It would have some cool acoustics for like the deep dubstep-y stuff.
Dude, I mean, when you got a big sound system, I feel like you can really just set up in here. I don't know much about EQing outside and
The
stuff
system,
like that.
yeah.
I can EQ inside
Yeah.
a room, you know what I mean? I'm just working on certain stuff, but like, I don't know. I feel like you get a big sound system, people just gravitate towards it.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
It's one of those things I've noticed.
Yeah. Do you do engineering, or are you talking about EQing like when you're DJing? You're like, oh, it's a little too harsh on the highs or something like that.
Mastering engineering?
Well, you were saying like for the speaker system.
Yeah. Well, dude, I got a pretty cool setup in my house. It's
Yeah.
way too, I don't know. See, I have a weird vocabulary, so I'm like, it's way too much for what I'm doing, I guess. But I got a couple 15-inch 2-ways and an 18 that I have plugged into this. It's smaller than this room, you know what I mean? And
It's a lot of power for a
it's
small room.
so loud in there. I love it. It's
Do you produce on that?
no, I just like if I'm testing tracks, I'll plug them in. They're hooked up to my CDJs. I actually got the Yamahas, like
The Yamahas, yeah, for production.
Yeah, those are the best speakers I've ever
I like
produced
them.
on.
I like them. Yeah.
They're really dope.
Yeah, I want to get the sub, but then I'm like, I don't know if
Is
I
it a
need-
10-inch sub?
think so.
Yeah.
I think
That would be nice.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's too much, but that'd be really dope.
it would be nice to feel the low end a little bit more, but they have pretty good low end.
They do.
Yeah.
Like I said, those are the best speakers I've ever produced on, really.
What? So like going into like the deep stuff, how did you get into producing that?
I feel like I found my way into that. Like,
because there's a lot of different genres
Yeah.
within dubstep.
right.
You know,
And when I
breaks.
started producing, like I was kind of trying heavier stuff and then kind of like down tempo stuff and then kind of in between, you know what I mean? I kind of like slowly in between like rhythm ish, you know what I mean? That's really what it was popping. Well, it has always kind of been popping when I've been trying to make music. So like I kind of went for that, but like sound system culture was kind of like grabbed me on a certain couple tracks that I produced. So I kind of just was like, I want to produce stuff like this because this is the most reaction I get on certain things like that. Like I know if I wanted to do something else, like I'd probably make a different alias for it, like because I'm kind of like just like Salty's just salty. It sounds like this now, you know what I mean? Like,
Sounds like some
yeah.
murky salt water.
Yeah,
like,
and I love it, dude. I'm happy about it. I'm glad I can have a style like that.
yeah.
Work kind of hard to like form that kind of sound.
Yeah, for sure. No, I love that we're kind of getting back into the more UK like deep sound.
Yeah, and that's the
It's
thing
just-
too.
It's
Like
so satisfying.
over the years, like it's just kind of like the crowds kind of change, the vibes kind of change and stuff, and artists are just they're just creating. You know what I mean? Like what fits here? What do you guys like to hear?
Yeah,
Stuff like that.
it's very like it's got that Jamaican aspect to it too.
Do that
which-
like that dub music.
the dub.
I got a few good reggae dub vinyls
Oh yeah.
that I like listening to on that big ass sound system.
Oh yeah.
It's nice.
It sounds nice, dude.
It is.
Jamaican music is so good.
Yeah.
man.
Like, have you ever heard of like Scientist?
Mm-mm.
Scientist.
Oh wait, no.
You know what I'm talking
Where
about?
there's like no vowels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, in the name.
The name,
No,
yeah.
it's usually just spelled Scientist. I
Oh
think.
shit, that's a different guy. Never
Yeah.
mind.
It's like, yeah, cool dub reggae music.
Mm.
Just like, I don't know, nice bass line. I feel like it's good for the vibe that I like.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Do you put that in like a deep dubstep mix?
Sometimes
Does it get in there well?
I like to do intros and stuff with like a cool like intro like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's a good way to segue and depending on really what I mean. It depends on really if you're playing a live set, like what was playing before, what were they reacting to. That's what I like to get to a venue beforehand and kind of just feel out the vibe.
I know you're playing a show tonight at Primary.
Yes, sir.
It's an NSW show.
Yep.
And I know that one of our former guests, Snakeblood, is going to be performing for you. And
It was Snakeblood was on here. I saw
Snakeblood was
that.
on. Yeah, he was on the pod.
Dude, I love him.
He's so funny, dude.
love him.
I love him too.
I saw him last weekend at Camp Terror, but he was working.
Yeah, he was working.
So
Yeah,
we
yeah.
couldn't really hang out and chill for a little bit,
But I feel like his style, which is in line with the kind of like sound system
yes.
culture, the music you'd play on those kinds of systems. So I feel like if he's opening up for you, then it's going to be like a good mix.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
you'll be in the right pocket,
Dude, absolutely.
I would think.
I love his stuff, dude. He's a bad man.
He's yeah. Dude, Badman, like there's so much slang when it comes to like what's a rude boy?
Dude, a rude
Or like
boy.
a sound boy.
Is there a difference between a rude boy and a bad man? I have heard sound boy was supposed to be like a derogatory term
Is it?
for like they don't really do anything but carry the speakers, I guess.
Oh, but that
That's-
seems important.
It is very important. Speakers have to get there, but they're like, you don't have any talent. You're
just a sound
you
boy.
Pick up stuff.
They're always repping the sound boy in the tracks. They're
Yeah.
like sound boy.
Yeah, I remember someone told me that. I don't know if that's Wikipedia.
Can we
Confirmed.
can we hear a little bit about the cuz there's so much
Yeah, what is sound boy?
like what is a bombaclat?
well, yeah, what does that mean, dude?
No, actually I heard that a bombaclat is like a jizz rag. But then again, you don't know how that actually like
How
when you
did-
call
yeah.
someone that, it's just maybe like a derogatory term. We need some fact checking.
So we got Sound Boy is a selector who is easily defeated in a clash and probably has no business even juggling in a dance hall.
Oh, so that sounds kind of like maybe what you were saying. Like maybe they just have the speaker system. They don't know how to DJ real well.
Sound clashes, dude. Have you ever heard of David Rodigan?
Mm-mm.
He's one of those guys that was like sound clashing type guy. He would just kind of like talk for 5 minutes, then play a track, and then talk for 5 minutes, play a track. But it was really hype. But he's like telling you like, hey,
He did it right.
this one right here is for everyone out there.
This one's for Babylon or some shit. I don't know, man.
And everyone would be so jacked about it, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And yeah, Soundclash. There's a Troy Boy song called Soundclash that I'm thinking of with Flosstradamus. It's a trapper.
Flosstradamus is this dude, trap gods, man.
They're the trap lords. Yeah.
So Chief Kaya has a Soundclash song too.
Really?
Yeah, it's a good one.
Do we have any other lore, Mace? Anything?
I looked up Bumbaclot.
Oh, did you?
So equivalent to douchebag or motherfucker, and it's literally refers to menstrual pads or toilet paper.
Dude, you're
so I was close.
Yeah.
It was a different bodily fluid.
It was. You don't want it. You don't want it around.
You don't want to be a Bumbaclot. But sometimes they'll just say it, and I'm like, that sounds cool.
Yeah, it sounds awesome. It's like Bumbaclot, dude.
Do you ever think about that though, in the sense that like you got a lot of people who are making like dubstep, deep dubstep, and it's just so ubiquitous that you hear these Jamaican samples.
Yeah.
And it's like, do people really even know what it all means, or they just think it sounds cool?
I mean, I don't think anybody knows what Bumbaclad actually means, if it's really that fucking period rag, dude.
Yeah, no, it's just, I think it's just about because like the dub came from there, so it's just like, let's just sample some cool Jamaican shit.
It does fit the vibe like perfectly.
It's something about it. Yeah, it works.
What's cool about reggae is that like but at the beginning of every reggae track, you know, they got a drum fill. It's just so that that's like for mixing and stuff.
Yeah.
So you can easily just start the track. You know what I mean? Like
you could literally start that anywhere. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah. As long I mean, that's reggae DJs are masters of cutting in like that, but it's not like a blend. They're not chopping.
Yeah. It's not
like playing two tracks. And usually they're like not even at a specific BPM. Like they're live recorded, so
yeah,
it's not like this is.
They're just jamming
140 BPM. It's like this is 146.95.
Yeah.
You're like, man,
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, it is.
What about I wanted to know, was there specific thought into choosing the name Salty? Like, was that something that you were trying to envision, a salty sound?
No, the name was like the least thought into it. My friend gave me that name.
Really?
Because I was just trying to I was making mixes and stuff, and I was like, I want to start posting these on SoundCloud and stuff, but like I need a name. Mm-hmm. That's what he said. I was just like, okay.
Did he tell you the why? He was just like, oh, dude, Salty.
He said it was from a movie, and then later on I was like, hey, what's my name from? And he's like, I don't know. I just kind of picked it up, and I'm like, was it from a movie? I think so. What movie was it? I don't know. And I'm like, so I can't find it if it was, but
it hits though.
Yeah, I think it's really good. I think I couldn't have picked a better name.
Yeah, I think you hit it good. It's probably the most. It's the best spice.
It is.
I don't even know if you call it a spice particularly because it's just it's on everything.
Yeah, a lot of people say like, you need some salt in there, man.
Yeah.
Throw some salt in there.
It's good for the body, not too much salt.
Not too much, yeah.
It's still important.
Dude, you got to have enough. Not like a cave of salt in your lungs.
Everything's salt.
It's a way of life.
Yeah, salt is a way of life.
Yeah.
This is, I just feel like I'm just thinking of random shit now, but like,
you
ever, this is like a whole tangent right here, but like, you ever just like hear British producers' names and it's like Skepta, Spinka, like it's just like Bubba, like
it's
do you know what I'm talking about?
2 syllables.
Yeah,
it's like I heard something about 2 syllables being real.
Like sphincter, and you're like, dude, what?
Skrillex, dead mouse.
Yeah,
it's always 2 syllables.
Is pretty.
Some, I
works.
mean, there are people that have more and stuff, like Subtronics, I guess. That's like
Yeah,
4.
yeah.
But
Subtron.
I think most, like, two quick, that's a name. Yeah. Boom. Who's that guy? Doctor.
But what do these things mean? What is a skepta?
Yeah, I've never heard. Yeah,
Is that like a
they're
skeptic?
I made up, dude. You made up a name the other day, a word the other day that I was like, that'd be a good DJ name. It was.
Dude, I think
you were talking about
Sphincta
they were
would
playing
be
Borderlands, and you mixed up meteor and another word for meteor at the same time. I don't remember.
Asteroid, like
Yeah, meteoroid. You said meteoroid, and I was like, that's a good DJ name, right
That
there.
actually is kind of cool.
Yeah, or at least an EP name or something.
It's Destroyed Side Project.
Oh,
yeah.
Destroyed is a side project.
Yeah, it is.
Project of the side project.
The side.
Sub-side project.
Serious side bitch.
Okay. I'm glad we're like uncovering some stuff. Mace, what do we got?
I don't know why you guys are making me look this shit up here.
We gotta know.
All right. I guess Skepta is a female of questionable morality, lacking in vaginal discretion.
Why is everything about vaginas, dude?
Dude, it always ends up some.
From the period.
Why are we obsessed with sex?
He didn't want to say that. I was watching him get ready. He's like, nah.
I don't know if I'm gonna read it.
It's like, why are you?
No,
making
I actually
me do
couldn't
this?
find anything on Skepta.
Yeah,
Only septic tanks, sorry.
dude. If someone wants Sphincta, take it. I'll give it to you.
Sphincta, like try to make it cool.
Yeah. Like Sphincta, dude. That's kind of dope, man. I might have that as a side project. We'll see.
Yeah, Sphincta.
Okay. So another thing I just was curious about is you love the yerba mate,
I do, yeah.
and there's a lot of different caffeinated beverages out there. I'm just curious why you gravitate towards that.
Dude,
Are you a Spaniard?
I kind of no. I don't think I am.
I think
but
it's a Spanish thing. Now I'm like,
yeah, I think it's from South America or
I
something.
feel like they taught us in Spanish class. They're like, yeah, you're gonna go to a Spanish-speaking country
Yeah.
and there's gonna be yerba mate time, and I'm like, that sounds cool.
Yeah, dude, like, where's Uruguay?
It's in South America.
That's where I know that it's big there because they use a gourd called a yerba gourd
Yeah,
to make theirs.
with
and
the
like,
metal straw.
and the more you use it, the more yerba flavor gets infused in it, so it just gets better with age.
Really,
I
that
know-
seems like
yeah.
something you got to clean, but maybe
I know
not.
about that. I've never had it like that, but
No?
I've just had the cans and stuff. But like I was quitting Red Bull at the time when I found that, so I was like, oh, I'm done with caffeine. It kind of makes me feel weird. And then at the Unts Festival 2017, it was sponsored by Yerba and Tito's.
Mm.
So the drink of the weekend was Yerba with Tito's.
Oh,
And I just kind of was just like, I started seeing them in stores near me and stuff. I was like, oh, there's that Yerba Mate drink. You know what I mean? So I've been drinking that ever since then, really. 'Cause
Okay.
Red Bull was just like, I don't like it anymore. I'm never going to drink caffeine. I'm
there's
like,
different caffeines.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
This
you ever
guy-
drink matcha?
No.
It's like green tea, but like
Oh, green tea's
stronger.
got a lot of caffeine, all right. And it's stronger than green tea?
Yeah, but it's like there's something about it that it doesn't give you the same like jittery
Okay,
caffeine high. It's more
That's good then.
It's more clean.
Okay, I like that.
I don't think
Clean
it tastes
highs.
quite as. There's something about coffee though that just tastes so good.
I don't really know. I don't really like coffee that
I
much.
just
Well,
like
I
I've been
probably
drinking
would
coffee
like
for
it.
so long.
I probably would like it, but I just don't. I don't want to get there. I don't want to get to the point where I'm like, I just need my coffee.
Yeah, you don't want to be there. I only drink like a cup a day.
Yeah.
But
Do you have a customized cup that says stuff that you like?
no, I have like a espresso maker and I have the drip coffee. We got fucking everything.
Yeah.
French press.
French press, that's pretty cool, yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. I've also thought about doing the like mushroom coffee replacement.
I've heard of that.
I want to see how that feels, but I don't know, man. Coffee's just like it's my muse.
Yeah, it does the job, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Gets you through some stuff.
When are we gonna get the yerba mate like mixed seltzer
Oh,
version?
man.
That's coming.
I don't think it's a good idea, man. Anytime an alcohol and caffeine drink comes
it's
together, it
dangerous.
never lasts long, dude. Look at Four Loko and Jaeger bombs. Nobody does
It's
that
like
anymore.
killing people, yeah.
We used to drop a shot of Jaeger in a cup of Red Bull and just be like, "This is a drink.
This is what I'm drinking.
I had like 5 Jaeger bombs tonight." Like, are you okay? I'm great.
Yeah, I'm skimmed out. That's why I like tequila, because it's more like an upper. But
I hear a lot of people like tequila a lot.
or the people that just really don't like it. You know what I mean? There's like two types of people.
I just don't drink liquor, man. Like I don't know. I just drink beers. Like I never get drunk. I can drink beers all weekend, not get drunk. You know what I mean? I drink one shot and I'm like throwing up.
Whoa.
Yeah, spinning and like.
Yeah, I'm the same way. We're both like skinny dudes. I feel like that just pushes you over the edge.
I get drunk pretty fast. If
My
it's liquor.
tolerance is not high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we're drinking beers though, like.
Yeah, you can chill.
Yeah, you can just have a buzz.
Yeah.
You won't accidentally drink too much.
Mm-hmm.
Except with tequila, you're like, how many do I have? Doubles? You're like, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm
It
wasted.
just hits you so quick.
Yeah.
But it's like, dude, they're just trying to make seltzers out of everything. You know what I mean?
I do like seltzers too.
They're
I mean,
good.
They kind of like the next morning aren't as nice as beers. You know what I mean? Beers kind of like, I don't know. It's easier on you. I've had some seltzers though, like they kind of sneak in some like, you know, beer's like 5% alcohol,
Mm-hmm.
and White Claws are 5% alcohol, but like High Noons are like 8 or something. So you'll drink one thinking it's like a White Claw, and you're like,
I'm lit.
I'm kind of drunk right now. This is a lot.
They got those White Claw surges. It just tastes like alcohol.
Yes,
It's
those
gross.
are they don't taste that good, and they
taste
get you
good.
so drunk, make you feel like shit.
Yeah, like when someone shows up with the surges, you're like, oh shit,
Yeah.
we're about to get into it.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean,
damn.
if that's in the fridge, you know what I mean, that's what's getting drank.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
Absolutely.
I don't know, dude. My questions, I just looked at them and they just made me laugh. They're like all about salt.
Kind of salt.
Have you ever heard of the venue, the Salt Shed?
Yes, the Pretty Lights just played there.
Yeah.
I remember because it's here, right?
Yeah, it's like right down the street.
I've seen it flying in, and it's got the Morton Salt logo on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've always been like, I'm gonna play there one day, dude.
Dude, Morton Salt, they really figured it out.
Yeah.
But I also saw, like, you played, I forget what it was. It was a poster for a show you played, and they had the Morton Salt girl on, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, so I think it was like purple and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, this girl drew that, and I know Paradise edited the flyer for that, but this girl drew that up and was just sent it to me one day, and I was like, "Can I put this on a shirt?" She's like, "Yeah." I
Dude.
was like, "Yeah, that's awesome."
Dude, Morton Salt, you got to check out that venue. Like, I feel like that's like your pilgrimage, whether
Yeah.
or not you know it or not.
No, I need to go there. That's like the motherland.
Yeah.
I need to go back.
The walls are salt and
Yes, dude. Imagine how much salt has been through that place.
a shitload. But it's a cool venue now. It's like a big warehouse.
What's the cap? How many people can fit in there? Like
It's-
15,000?
It's big, yeah.
It's huge.
It's a huge place.
I saw some of the stream with Pretty Lights last weekend before I went to Camp Terror, and I was like, wow, dude.
Yeah.
Like, that whole
I
show.
wanted to go. It was like right down the street. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
It was a little too
Dude.
expensive for me. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. I never really got into like Pretty Lights before like
Mm-hmm.
his like hiatus or anything. So like when he came back, I was just kind of like, that's cool, but
Yeah.
I don't really know if I want to go there. I mean, I'd like to go, but I'm not going to sift through scammers of ticket sales trying to get one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel you. I just was thinking that it would be an easy email to the Salt Factory. Be like, my name is Salty.
I am salty. Yeah.
Like, we could have, I don't know, you ever think about incorporating salt on the stage in some way? Get a little salt lamp?
A
or
lot of
something? I
people
don't know.
bring me salt shakers.
Really?
I've had a problem, like where people
You
literally.
had a problem.
I do have a problem
I
because
can't keep this.
people, like, especially before I flew to shows, like I would drive and then people would be like, take this salt shaker I took from this restaurant before I came here. And I'm like, thanks. And I have like 5 and I just keep putting them into my door jam and they all spill out.
Oh, I was going to say, are you ever worried about them, like,
And
tipping over?
And it goes into my door. and it just fills up the door inside of the car door with salt, and then it rains, and then that fills it with salt water, and then the whole inside of my door is rusted to hell and back, dude.
Yeah.
It is rusted bad.
Are you superstitious? Do you get worried when someone tips over a salt shaker?
No, not really.
I tipped one over the other day. I had to throw it on my back.
Yeah, for some reason.
That's what they say to
You
do.
just do it, yeah.
I don't know if there's a correct hand.
I don't either.
I think that there is, and I don't even know. But
I wish I did know. Like, what's the secret?
can we look that up, Max?
Where can I throw salt to be a millionaire tomorrow?
Like, why is it that salt it's like one of those superstitious things where it's like, don't walk under a ladder, don't, like, you see a black cat.
I don't know. I don't really believe in any of that stuff.
No, I knock on wood.
Yeah.
That's my main one.
Yeah, knocking on wood's one
I'm a
of those
little
things.
stitious. I don't know
I haven't done that
when
in a
I
while.
became that.
Little stish.
A little stitious. Mace.
So, throwing salt over your left shoulder, supposedly the devil's sitting on your shoulder, and you salt his eyes.
So his bitch ass
It's
can't
like,
see
fuck
now.
you. Some salt.
You
And
just
then
do that.
pepper is the left shoulder.
That
God.
salt was the left shoulder. He said.
Oh shit! Oh, the right shoulder.
So you have the angel and the devil, and you throw pepper in one eye and salt in the other. Like, what,
yeah.
what are y'all doing to my shoulder?
There's so
Dude.
much salt lore out there. I mean,
I don't. Yeah, I know.
It's crazy, man. Like make a salt circle for protection.
Where did we get salt from before we were just like processing salt? They say it's important.
People apparently, fucking people used to use it as money and shit.
Oh, like they were trading. Like,
Yeah.
I got some
salt.
turmeric. You got some salt.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
I'll trade you some salt for silver. Who? What the?
Yeah.
What the fuck are you gonna do with that? You
I don't know.
You can't eat silver. I guess you're right.
Back
Give
in
me
the
some
day,
salt.
though, salt was probably more valuable. You're like, what am I
Yeah.
going to do with this hunk of metal?
I guess you're right. I don't know what it was like back then.
Me neither.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what I mean? I was just born in 1990, so I'm just adapting to these 1990 physics.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way.
Yeah. If I was born into a world where spices were money,
Yeah, if spices were money, that would be a different time.
I'd be getting racks, spice racks.
Dude, yeah. Dude, pepper is just like, it doesn't hit the same, I guess. It just doesn't have that same prestige.
Munchie loves pepper, dude.
Pepper's good.
He'll pepper the fuck out of
Pepper
some.
is the best seasoning.
It's some good
Oh.
flavor.
You can put pepper on everything, but to make a dish, you need salt.
Yeah.
You got yeah.
Everything
See?
has to have salt.
Chili powder, man. I like, I'll ruin some food with some chili powder, dude.
How are you gonna ruin it if you like it?
I do like it, but other people be like, "What'd you put on this,
That's why I
dude?"
put pepper on everything.
So you can ruin it.
It's my food.
I ruined my food so no one else would eat it.
Have you ever thought about a side project, pepper?
Dude, no. One of my friends made a SoundCloud named Pepper, and he used, because my logo is like the white salt shaker with
Yeah.
3 eyes, and he used a black one with 3 eyes, and it was just the inverted.
Oh,
And I didn't know it was him, but people just kept sending me stuff like, "Hey, look at this guy right here."
This guy's copying you.
Yeah, I didn't know what was going on, so I was like, I don't care. I'm not worried about what that guy's doing. I'm working on this. And then eventually I was like, let me look at it. And I looked at the page, and the smallest hint ever came out as to who it was, because the bio said, I am born from corn. And I was like, peppercorn? And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I only know one friend that me and him have an inside joke named Pepper. It's called Peppercorn, dude. We just say it.
You just say it?
We just say it. We just.
When
like,
do you say it?
It was funny because we were like, what the fuck is that? And it's like, it's the part of a plant that they grind up to make pepper. It comes from the peppercorn. And I don't know why. It's dumb, funny joke. But
When do you say it? You're just like, bro, peppercorn. Like,
it's probably at a restaurant, most likely. But I called him and was like, yo, are you Pepper? And he was like, no. And I was like, I'm trying to figure out the fuck this dude is and stuff. And I was telling him about what I've found out so far, and he just starts laughing on the phone. And I'm like, oh, it is you.
oh my god.
Like, the smallest hint, though, came out of this bio. I am born from corn. And I'm sitting here like,
Is he posting music?
not anymore. It was, I mean, just for a little. I think he was just fucking with me.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was so funny though. Like people messaging me, "Who is this guy?" I'm like, "I don't know. I'm not worried about it." And then eventually, I was like, "I'm worried about it. Who the fuck is this guy?"
Yeah, this guy can't be. But a back-to-back,
That'd be great.
that'd be great.
That'd be really good.
That'd be
Salty
so
back-to-back pepper. Let's go.
Push it.
I could see the
Salt and
flyer.
pepper.
People would just be curious to go, like, "What is that?"
That's why I feel like it's
my-
creating the lore.
That should be
That's
my
what it's all about.
down-tempo alias or something.
Well, the profile's probably still there, right? You can just take it over.
I might look it up. Nah, he probably took it down.
What's the 3 eyes like on the pepper or on the salt? Sorry, I'm getting
I
confused.
just think it
now.
looks cool. I like three-eyed.
Are you
I like how
a
Yeti.
spiritual person? Like,
Sort of, yeah. I'm a little bit spiritual, a little bit religious.
okay,
I kind of change my beliefs
uh-huh.
a lot. I kind of just slowly, like, what if it's like this? Or what if it's
Yeah,
like
what
that?
if we're completely wrong?
Yeah, what if I'm here for this? What if we can't comprehend why we're here?
Well, so like the third eye, you know, it's like that
Yeah,
spiritual, like that's your spiritual eye.
right.
I don't even know if I have a question formulated right here, but like
I
it's
did
just-
get inspired how Yeti has the 6 eyes, like on his logo, and his looks fucking cool, and I really like Yeti. He's a big inspiration.
yeah, having another eye would be kind of cool.
It would be cool, right?
If you just had like an eye on your hand, you could like stick it past the door and just
Yeah, just
look around a corner.
Yeah, just like, oh, what's around that thing? I can just see.
Yeah. Just see now.
Just take a nap and be like, who is it? All right.
Yeah, I could see again.
Yeah, senses are insane, man.
Yeah. Oh, actually, this is a fun question. If you had to lose a sense, what would it be?
I don't know.
I already have the answer for myself.
You already know what you'd pick?
Yeah. But I don't want to influence.
I mean, I don't know, man. Taste is so good, but like,
It doesn't.
I mean, do you want to get rid of taste? Like, do you need taste?
Yeah, like, okay, like if you lost your sense of touch,
Yeah.
that would suck.
It would.
You
definitely
need
suck.
that.
I do. I'm pretty sure I use that on a daily basis.
Yeah,
dude.
you need that. And vision, you need that.
I would love. I mean, I know there are some blind people that are like their other senses are. Imagine. I mean,
But they didn't. They weren't like make me blind. You know, they weren't like.
no, they never had it. So I guess.
I mean, maybe some people were like make me blind, but that's
see,
crazy.
If you had it and then lost it, I feel like it'd be so much worse than just
Yeah.
never having it.
hmm
Like,
I feel like taste is the one you kind of have to go with
I
because
think-
smell.
dude, you'll never have a good taco
Smells
again,
also-
man.
I don't know. It's tough. What would you
Smell
say?
is a
Mace?
big deal, dude. But I think I could probably live without it.
smell.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of got a taste of that or a
Yeah.
smell of that from
during
COVID.
yeah, I lost, dude. When I got COVID, I lost my smell for a long time.
Yeah.
And it didn't come back right away. It took months. It just kind of slowly was like,
Creep
oh, I
back
can
in.
smell again. That's,
Yeah, you're like
kinda.
sticking your nose and stuff, and like,
Yeah,
you're like,
I'm trying to remember what I
I
smelled.
can't smell that.
Yeah, something like I was doing, and I was like, "Oh shit, I can smell that."
Yeah, yeah, it's a toughie. I mean, obviously, you just don't want to lose any of them. It's
I
pretty
really
important.
don't, but I
yeah.
think smell.
Smell?
Yeah, imagine going into an airport bathroom and you just don't smell any of that shit anymore.
That'd be kind of good. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you ever go to airport bathrooms, but they're the fucking worst.
I feel like taste and smell though are intertwined. Like a lot of your taste has to do with your smell, so
I
it's
feel
like
like,
kind
yeah.
of not a good question fully.
You ever think like I don't want to go too crazy
No, let's do it,
here.
yeah.
I don't want to too conspiracy. Do you think we have more than five senses?
I think we could
I think we do, but like I
some
just
like
don't think-
telepathic.
I think you have
shit.
to find that stuff yourself because you're not taught like you're taught the five senses.
Do you think you have a sixth sense?
I think we do have more. Like I think I can
Do you have like a specific one?
sort of, but it's kind of like it's more like a feel,
Uh-huh.
like not with like a touch feel, but you can kind of sense like
Uh-huh.
you hear someone arguing behind you, you can feel that, right? But you heard it, so I guess you heard ears. I don't know. You hear someone get into an argument, and you just kind of like those guys are arguing behind us. You know what I mean?
You know what's going on.
Yeah, I kind of get like a vibe of that kind of stuff when someone's just
Or you get
pissed.
like a vibe on like a bad actor, like a bad character out there in the wild, and you're like, I don't know, man,
Yeah.
that guy just seems off.
Yeah, there
Something
are. Yeah,
like that.
plenty of people do that. They're like, there's something off about. I don't like that guy. I don't like how he does.
Mm-hmm.
But there are signs that you could be picking up with your other senses. I guess that I don't know, but I do think there's other senses that you gotta tap into yourself. You know what I mean? No one else is going to get it. Like, these are your senses. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
You might not have an eyeball for the sight yet, or the nose for the smell or whatever, but that sense is there, and it's, I don't know, it could be very slight.
So, yeah, some people like my girlfriend, she thinks that she has a more tuned sense of like the paranormal, and I'm like,
Yeah.
we're good, like everything's fine. I'm like,
Dude,
she's
yeah.
like, I don't know, this feels
That stuff used to scare the hell out of me, but then I feel like I guess just kind of was just like, I'm not worried about ghosts. Like, I'm worried about bills and shit.
yeah. Once real life hits you hard,
Yeah.
you're like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't have time for ghosts.
Yeah, I got time for that.
I just wanted to ask Mace real quick and Munchie if you guys have an opinion about the sense that you would lose. Not taste.
No.
Fat.
You couldn't do it?
No, I'm fat.
You do
bro.
smell?
I would lose smell over taste.
Me too, yeah.
Okay.
Taste is just great. That food we ate today?
My name is Munchie, bro. I'm fat, bro. I gotta taste
I
it.
gotta
dude.
taste.
Mace.
Probably smell, man.
Smell.
Yeah, smell.
Smell is the weak link.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Because it turns on you, man. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes you don't want it.
sometimes you don't want to smell. I mean, sometimes you do.
Yeah.
But like, when do you not want to taste? I guess when you're at the dentist and they're putting
Mm-hmm.
fluoride in your teeth.
Yeah, that's not a good
I
taste.
hate that.
Or when you... Okay, I can't say this. Never mind.
We can bleep that out.
It's like a bitter taste.
Yeah.
The bomb clot.
Yeah, when you
When you taste
that or you smell that bum cloud, you're like, I don't want to smell that.
Who would?
No one would.
No,
Except for
hopefully.
sickos.
Hopefully no one.
All right, well, we're having a grand old time over here.
Yeah.
I have some other random questions.
I have a
I
good
s-
time.
Yeah, we have good times
Yeah,
here.
it's a lot more relaxed than I've never done a podcast.
It's literally just talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do this.
Yeah. I think most people can.
Yeah.
I got a couple questions over
Yeah,
here,
Mace, get in
actually.
there.
I want to talk to you about your influences. I want to hear a bit more about those.
Dude, like I mentioned earlier, Yeti is a big influence, and Tipper, Aphex Twin, and stuff like that. But I know that's kind of like not even the music that I like produce. So like in the realm of the genre of the music I make is like Grundy, Six Chakra, Prophet, Chief Kaya, Microdot, Medicine Place. That kind of vibe, you know what I mean?
You
But-
remember Durandal?
Durandal, yeah. Steve,
Yeah.
dude. Kind of like, yeah. I don't want to leave anybody out. I mean, I can't name all of them, but yeah, like if I'm putting on some music, I'll usually listen to Tipper.
I saw
Yeti.
that you put on like a Aphex Twin, right? It's not twins.
Yeah, just one.
Album, and it was like in AR or like VR or something.
Yeah, it's like a augmented reality
Mm-hmm.
screen that goes over. It's like an app that came with the album.
Yeah.
And the album kind of just sits up like a stand, and then you take your phone. And I just saw on Reddit that someone found some cheat codes for that thing, because in the I don't know if I'm misspeaking here, but there's these cubes that have numbers on them, and if you organize them in the right way, there's like a
Like an Easter egg?
bonus track or something. I don't know.
Whoa.
I don't know what's in there. It's a lot of numbers, so I haven't done it yet, but I'm
That's
excited to
cool.
do it. Yeah, he does crazy shit like
Well, I was watching like a reel the other night, and it was talking about how he has so many aliases.
that. Oh yeah.
And I didn't even realize
A
that
ton of 'em.
there's like 12 or like there's so
Which is-
many.
dude, that's the great part about it, because you're like you'll hear all the Aphex Twin, and you're like, oh man, I've heard it all, and then it's like, oh, he also produces under this, and
Yeah.
this, and you're like, oh, I want to hear all of those, and it's like you can't.
Yeah.
Like you can listen to the Aphex Twin for days.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
It's crazy.
And he's got everything from like, I mean, just like Tipper, dude. Like he's got everything from ambient to like
Mm-hmm.
up tempo bangers, fucking everything. Like, and it's
Yeah.
all just like, I feel like it's just pure. Like I don't know. Like I know they do analog stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and I've never really messed around in that area. plugging in cables to things. and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
I don't know.
The
what
lab
that is.
rats
Yeah.
type of deal.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah. It's
A lot
really
of
cool.
expensive gear.
Yeah, I mean, it's
And a lot of
expensive.
gear that they like modify themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
like that triggers my like mechanical kind of like, oh, that's what'd you do to that thing to make that noise? And you plug in some wires. Or like, what is going on inside of this thing?
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that you are what was your job? Like when we first started, you were saying you were
A diesel technician.
yeah, so what is that?
So I work on like dump trucks, semi trucks,
Oh.
tractors and stuff.
Anything that uses diesel?
Yeah, mostly the drivetrain though, like transmissions, rear ends, drive shafts,
Gotcha.
stuff like that.
That's the
Gearboxing.
main that's the main job.
Yeah,
Word.
that's what I do. I've been doing that for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you like get some like how did you learn how to do that?
That's what my gramps does. He kind of showed me.
Hmm.
I mean, I've worked with him since I was a kid, but like I've always been kind of interested in my own cars and stuff. I'm like, I want to tweak with them and fuck them up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I ruined my first car. Like,
You got to do it one
you
time.
gotta learn.
yeah.
You know what I mean? My first car was just not as good as it when it came out of the factory for sure.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I've always been kind of like mechanically like that. Like,
I feel like if you're into that kind of stuff, you could figure out the analog world,
yeah, probably.
but it is an expensive hobby. Like
Very.
it's very expensive
Yeah,
when you
I
can
don't-
just get everything on your computer.
A lot of people seek after stuff that like they don't make anymore and stuff. Like, oh, they don't make.
Yeah,
this
that's
like
a
they do
trope
anymore. Yeah.
too, where it's like you get into analog and then you like stop making music. You
Yeah.
just fuck around with synthesizers.
I've seen like this synthesizer thing that like has its own speakers built into it. It's like a big cabinet thing, and the speakers rotate.
oh yeah,
They're like turning and stuff. So
I
it's
know
like,
that they have those for organs. Like
Yeah.
that's a thing.
like church organs and stuff.
Yeah,
I've seen them. I've a couple of things like that, which I'm like, what the fuck were they doing in the 80s? You know what I mean? They're just fucking around.
everything in the 80s or in the early days of like sound engineering is
Yeah.
like we're gonna play the sound through a different speaker in a different room to
Yeah.
like get a different tone. It's like,
Like,
all right, that works.
They were fucking around like to the max. Like that was an explosion of technology era.
oh
Like,
yeah,
you know, there were a lot of weird stuff that didn't take off, but was really cool.
yeah. We were
Like,
talking about laser disc earlier.
Yeah.
That's a little bit later, but yeah.
you can't sell it. Like nobody wants that. You're just gonna get.
I would
DVD.
love to listen to something on Laserdisc.
Me too.
I've never. I mean, just
Vinyls are like I don't know. I got a lot of interest in vinyls.
yeah,
They're really cool.
yeah,
For
for
some
sure.
reason, people say they like sound deeper, depth wise. I don't know
Mhm.
what the thing is behind it.
It feels more intentional. Like it sounds good.
Yeah.
What I've heard, I don't know if this is necessarily the full truth of it, but more or less with digital to get your sound, it ends up clipping a lot of the peaks and valleys,
Right.
and vinyl records all of them.
So it catches that.
Yeah,
lost
and it's the most like uncompressed sound that you can kind of get more or less.
more than digital stuff.
Yeah,
Oh man.
right.
Or the way clips. Probably same thing with like tape to an extent. Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't know.
it's tape,
I should
yeah.
know this.
If tape, I don't know if that's better quality or not.
Yeah, yeah.
That's-
Tape's like.
People
Well,
used-
they're both good. Yeah.
yeah. People can DJ with tapes.
Yeah, tapes are lossless.
Yeah. Oh, so that's like that. So like it captures that quality that's lost.
Yeah, I think so.
Tape is like.
Amazing.
It's kind of the meta in a sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, like. It probably will never die, because it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I've heard.
Right.
At least.
Dude, I mean, it's super interesting. I wish I knew more about it.
Yeah, me too. We're just over here like, yeah, it's cool.
There's probably some sound geeks that are like,
no. Yeah, you're wrong.
I'm probably wrong.
No, I should know. I should know.
I know.
I did go to school for audio engineering, and then like we did fuck around with tape, and like it's just
Really?
very cumbersome. And like if you cut the tape incorrectly, you're just like, well, we fucked up.
Like cut like the actual tape.
Yeah,
the
because you got
ribbon?
it. They have like those machines where it's like you like have the tape decks, and like you can feed it through this thing, and then like you cut it to edit it, and
Yeah.
stuff, and it's just
Okay,
like
so you can cut it and then like continue on it.
yeah, it's like the timeline of
You can make a
Ableton or
mix.
the DAW, and you're just like,
Oh,
but you
man.
actually
And
cut it.
It's crazy in the old videos of like them mixing on an SSL, right? So the old tape mixers in the studio.
Like a 2-channel tape mixer thing.
No, it was like, I mean, it was the reel-to-reel tape, but it was
okay.
like, the 36 channel or however many the big SSL consoles.
Oh, okay.
Like 24 channels or something. You could basically automate it. This was the big revolution, was you automate it so you put in the precise moment on the tape where a track ends and another one begins.
Yep.
So it can like automate based on the timing of
Okay.
of where the tape is. And like Jerry was saying, like you got to get it like precise,
Yeah.
like in between tracks, because
Like really close.
Yeah.
Within
Yeah.
thousands.
Yeah, they
of
don't want to
inch.
waste tape either. They're like, we gotta use as much. It's
Yeah,
expensive.
see, oh man, like I can't imagine. Like now you can just delete, retry. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Like you're not wasting film and stuff.
Yeah, you're good. We got terabytes
Yeah.
on terabytes.
But
dude.
that's what like that don't fuck up used to.
I
push
think that
people,
you
know?
only had so many tracks, which is good. You had to like commit.
Yep. Try that much harder.
Yeah. I know that they also like that's how they got the tape echo. It's like
I
the
love tape echo.
fucking yeah, it's like a really short echo,
Yeah.
but that's from the tape. Like they used to run shit through it just to get that. Anyway, now we're talking out of our asses. Like
Dude, true.
you can go look this stuff up.
It's
but
interesting,
It's there.
for sure.
It's there.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, let's wrap. We do a wrap up question. We've been going for a little bit.
Okay.
So we talked about what your first concert was, and you did say it was influential, but I wanted to talk about like what was like your favorite, most game changing, most impactful concert you've been to.
Probably the whole run of tracks or a whole run of shows that I did with That's Dope.
Oh, yeah?
I signed with That's Dope and we went on tour, and it was like my first time hearing a Henny rig. So like, and we set it up every night, like put it up, take it out every night. So like, the system that much better when you're helping put it together.
Yeah.
And carrying that inside out of 14 different venues was kind of like, I came home from that and it was like, I don't know, things were definitely different. People were just kind of like, how was that? And I was like, that was crazy. And you check your like SoundCloud and it's like, where it used to be like, oh, every 5 days you get a like or something. You check your SoundCloud and it's like, oh, there's a lot of stuff here for me to look at here. I got to reply to people and stuff. Like, people are like, hey, when's this coming out? When's it? You're like, you don't want to hear more? Like, shit, I got to make some more.
Yeah.
Like, that was, where, like, the gear kind of changed. It was like, you're going the right direction. Just
Keep doing that.
Yeah.
Interesting. It was making me think of like, when you have to like cook your own food instead of getting it from somewhere. Like you got to put the love and care into it. Like you were helping set up the speakers. Like it was just, was that part of the reason why it was a special show, or was it just the sound was so good?
Dude, I was so happy to be there and stuff. And I was just kind of like, I mean, I'm kind of a workaholic. So like, I was just kind of like down to like, what are we doing? Putting this together? Cool.
Yeah.
Some of the other people there were kind of like, I'm not carrying fucking speakers and shit. I'm like, what? You're too good for this, dude?
Yeah, for picking up speakers, bro.
It's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, speakers weigh 4 times as much as I do. They're fucking dope. There's nothing like a Hennessy rig, man. That's my favorite rig.
Speaking of Hennessy, do you have a favorite sound system provider?
It's Hennessy.
Hennessy?
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite local sound system provider?
Like a local one is in like...
When she's like,
say the thing.
Shout out Ronan.
Yeah. No, Hennessy, for sure. I mean, I love Function 1s, dude. I love that Element 5 rig, too. Like, from what I hear, like, that's, like, the cost of an Element 5 would pay for, like, 3 Henny rigs, is from what I hear. But, like, it's a great sound system, dude. There's, like, only 1 or 2 even...
Out of business.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. He's the last of Element 5s.
So there's only going to be 2.
That's it.
2 complete rigs.
They're done.
They need to come together.
I think so.
Form the Megazord.
Yeah. Take it at Burning Man. That's all you got to do.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
I'm going to go one day, man. I've been trying to go for a long time.
I know it's that festival that I want to go to, but now it's been like muddied up by like rich douchebags.
Yeah, I know it's definitely not, like, I really do wish I could have gone back in the day, but I still want to go.
Nah, you should go. You should try to play.
Yeah, I would love. I mean, I feel like it wouldn't be hard.
It seems like there's a lot of room.
There's
You
tons
just,
of
like,
sound
set up a
systems there that
random.
people are just like, I've been playing for 8 hours, man. Tag in.
Yeah, get in here, dude. Yeah.
I'm in there. Let's go. That's what I love. I love just plugging in. You can just chill and play, relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just run through a 3-hour set, and you're like, yeah.
Yeah.
I want to do a sunrise set one day.
I've heard those are cool. I heard
Dude,
that those
yeah.
are special.
Yeah, ever since I saw Yeti do a sunrise set for the first time at the Unce Festival, where he had like champagne and stuff, and like that was the first time I've seen a sunrise set. So like ever since then, I was like, I'm kind of gonna start building a playlist for a sunrise set. So like it's just been sitting there.
Yeah.
One day the opportunity.
Yeah. You'll be ready.
Yeah, because I'm usually late night. I'm usually like 1, 2, 3.
You
4
just
in
gotta
the
stay up
morning, you know?
late night,
Yeah,
where it
just-
becomes the morning.
Yeah, I'm super down.
Yeah.
I do not mind waiting for the sun to come up and playing a set. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. Well, dude, I hope you're able to do it. Dude, thank you so much for coming through.
No problem. Thanks
and,
for having me.
having a fun, random ass conversation with us.
Hell
I
yeah.
think this was one of my favorites, just because we talked
Good.
about some just random shit.
Yeah, we just got to go off and do.
That's what I love.
I hope we made some good stuff today, man.
No, we did.
Good.
Where can people find you?
I'm
Like online. Like
probably SoundCloud.com/SaltyDubstep
Salty Dubstep.
or Spotify Salty Dubstep.
Okay.
Instagram Brett Salty.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Any shout outs to anyone before we go?
Dude, shout out Munchie, man.
Hey,
Dude,
shout out Munchie.
Yeah, he was here the whole time, man.
Munchie's been chilling. Yeah.
Shout out fucking dude. There's so many people I need to be shouting out. I'm drawing a blank. Hang on.
Yeah.
Cut this part out.
No, I mean, it's like almost you could just be like everyone.
Yeah,
too.
everyone, dude. Everybody I've just been influenced. Everybody that I've influenced. You know what I mean? Like,
Shout out Pepper.
shout out Pepper, dude. Fuck Pepper, dude. For real, dude. No, I'm mega thankful for everything that you know what I mean? Like, this is the life that I could not have dreamed to live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
I
Well,
got big love for it.
hell yeah. Well, guys, thank you for listening.
Yes, sir.
I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, whatever time of day it is, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah. Shout out Bomber.
Peace.
Shout out Bomber.
Fucking Don.
Peace.